Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Speeding?
No, it's because your intro sucks. Please step out onto the curbside.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Curbside Podcast, the podcast where we talk about cars and everything to do with cars. My name is Jeff, I drive a 2004 Honda S2000, and I am your Taiwanese American Southern Californian.
That sounded very scripted.
Well, because I say it every week now.
That's true. My name is Parth, driver 2016 M3, living up in Bay Area, NorCal.
And I'm also living up in Bled, NorCal. I'm Andrew. I drive a 2014 Evo 10 MR and a 2015 Subaru BRZ.
It's beer time for some of us.
Yeah, only
Or
you.
only you.
Hey, that's a third. That's a third. That's 33% right there, man.
Yeah. So that Evo of yours, Andrew, it's you have some stories behind that.
Yeah, it's a lot of things going on besides like it turned into like my quarantine project. Done just about everything that's done to it during quarantine. I've been driving it around a lot, going on drives, getting some work done on it, whatnot. One story that happened, what was it, 2 days ago now? 2 days
I think
ago.
so. I saw it in person, by the way. It looks sick. It looks real good.
Yeah, so I posted kind of about this on my Evo's Instagram. It's at LIL_EvoX. I was driving out to Fremont. I went to AR Tire for an alignment because they do custom alignments with modified vehicles. So did all that. It was great.
Oh, that sounds sick.
Yeah, car drive's really good now. Stopped by Chick-fil-A, met up with Parth, eat my sandwiches, talking about cars, and then we headed our separate ways, cruising up 101 North back home. And all of a sudden, I see a FRS with a wide body on the shoulder of the road. I'm like, that looks pretty cool. And then I look straight ahead, debris everywhere. It was a Rocket Bunny FRS. Mm-hmm. Parts of the fenders were broken off. There was like glass and plastic everywhere.
Jeez.
Saw it too late. Drove right through it, going like 80 miles an hour.
Shit.
Instantly, tire. I felt like a big bump, like going over one of those reflectors.
Oh,
and
no.
then TPMS light came on immediately. And I was like,
right after
it's
an
like
alignment, too.
yeah, right after. And these tires I bought like maybe 2 months ago. They have like less than 1,000 miles on it.
And the sad part was, I looked at his tires when we met up, and I'm like, "Are these PS4s?" And he's like, "No, it's all seasons because I got to daily drive this thing." I shouldn't have talked about the tires. I jinxed that.
Yeah, he straight up did.
I did.
Yeah. So anyway, tire exploded, light came on, and then I was like, wonder if it's a slow leak. And then I felt the steering, it got real heavy, and I let it go for a second, and just quick right, it just like leaned right real quick. I was like, okay, no, this thing is flat. Pulled over about a quarter of a mile after the accident, went out, checked it, completely flat. Luckily, the wheel itself made it out of there with like one ding, and it's like barely noticeable. Thank God. Those things are 3 days old.
Yeah, if those things
Jesus.
had gotten scratched, I would have cried with you, dude.
But yeah, so pull over, got it towed and everything. And the funny thing is, driving by, this car is not. I was like, I have to figure out who this guy was because I am not paying for a tire that
Tell him about the detective work that you did, man. Holy shit.
This guy went like straight up CSI on this dude.
Dude, yeah, he went CSI with this motherfucking ass, dude. Like straight up.
I drove by and I remembered it was a white, red, and black camo FRS. It had a Rocket Bunny kit on it. It was a V2 Rocket Bunny kit. I remember that too. And I remember on the side it had a decal. It said Wrap. I thought it said Wrap Customs. So immediately, like, I pull over while I'm waiting. I'm like, Wrap Customs. I can't find shit. Tow truck guy comes, and then after they helped me like struggle to get my car onto a flatbed because it was literally like half an inch off the ground with the flat tire.
That shit scares me because your car is higher than mine in the front.
And do you have AAA?
Yeah.
They won't tow you. They're not supposed to tow you. If you're lowered, they're not supposed to tow you. Jeez. You have to pay out of pocket for that.
Fuck. Hey, what if you don't tell them?
See, that's why that shit
car
scares
looks
me.
kind of stock.
Yeah. I'll be like, nah, it's not modified. What you talking about? It's stock. Factory, dude.
No, the guy pulled up and he was like, dude, you fucked me. Like, that's the first thing he said. I was like, dude, you fucked me.
I I love tow truck drivers, dude.
I know,
That's
they're
just
so
like
chill.
that's just something that they would say, and it's like, yeah, like why would you expect a hello? Like,
Yeah, he pulled up. He's like, dude, you fucked me. How am I supposed to get this onto the truck? I was like, like, you have some wood? It's like, yeah, but the wood is like, it's like double stacked 2x4s.
oh
But
shit.
luckily, it worked out because the second truck pulled up, he had another 2x4 that we could get the car on top of to get on top
Oh
of the
my
other
God.
2x4s. And my lips still scraped all the way up.
You had to do all that to get your car on the truck.
He needed 2 tow trucks, basically.
I should
Essentially.
honestly go buy run flats, dude. Because if I have to call a tow truck, I'm fucked.
There's specialty towing companies that have truck beds for like.
Oh,
super
really?
low
How do those
Yeah.
work?
They probably go
They just-
down a lot, right?
I think the bed sticks out more, so it's less of an angle to get in.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But anyways, the car gets towed back to my house. We drop the car off, and the tow truck driver was like, yo, the other guy that helped us earlier, he's actually going back for that FRS. I was like, dude, tell him to get that driver's information or like something. And they're like, we legally can't do that, but they're towing it back to our tow yard right now. I was like, all right, bet. Dropped the car off, hopped in the BRZ, drove to where I saw the FRS. They're gone already, so I looked up where they were at, their tow yard in Redwood City. Went there. I didn't see either of the 2 drivers that I had worked with there, but I walked in anyways. The gate was open. It said, don't walk in, but fuck it, walk in. I walk in, there's 3 other guys that worked for that towing company. They like walked up to me like they're about to beat my ass or something. I was like, hey, like, sorry to bother you guys. One of your guys just towed my car, and have they dropped off? Like, has anyone dropped off, or are they coming to drop off an FRS right now? And they're like, you're the guy with the Evo. I was like, what? How did you know? Like, what the hell? How did you know? It's like, oh, we heard from our guys. Like, literally everybody knows already. They like fell for me and everything. I was like, dude, what the fuck is going on right now? But yeah, I felt like one of the boys when I pulled up there, man. They're like, oh, no, like, no FRS. I was like, but they said they're coming back to the tow yard. It's like, oh, the guy decided actually to tow it to a body shop, like his uncle's body shop or something. I was like, damn, that fucking sucks. I kind of gave him a description of what that FRS looked like. And you're like, oh, yeah, the red, white, and black camo one. I was like, do you remember what the decal said on the side? I was like, oh, yeah, I think it was like rap culture. I was like, oh, my God, it was rap culture. So I left their yard, sat on my phone on Instagram, and like 2 minutes later, I was like, found the car. I go to this guy's Instagram page. In his contact little tab, it has his phone number. It has his email. All right. I was like, dude, this cannot have worked out any better. I first sent him a DM, but he didn't answer for like 10 minutes. I called him. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, that's my first response, too.
Imagine being this guy. You're not having a good day. Your FRS just fucking went to shit, right? You're involved in an accident. You have police cases, tow trucks to deal with, insurance to deal with. You get a phone call from the guy, hey, yo, you fucked my Evo. Bro, who are you?
I rubbed it in his face, too. I was like, hey, I know you just crashed your Evo or your FRS like an hour and a half ago, right? He was like, are you the white? He was like, are you the white Tesla? I was like, no. I was driving by, and the debris from your crash like punctured my tire. And he was like, I don't think it's like my fault. I was like, okay, listen, all right. It was your fault. You were the only car at the scene. Fuck a white Tesla. I didn't see a white Tesla.
Fuck a white Tesla.
So I was like, I know it's your shit. So either let's figure this out right now, or I'll call CHP and get on a report. And he was like, I'm not going to pay out of pocket for it, whatever. Like, let's deal with it tomorrow. I was like, all right, fuck this guy. But yeah, that's kind of more or less like the end of the story. What happened was like, I called first I called CHP in the morning. And they said, unless I had concrete proof that it was his car directly that caused my tire puncture, there's not much I can do. I can go through either my own insurance, or since I do know who it was, I can contact that guy's insurance company. And
fucking
then after
take a sample of that debris and do fucking forensic analysis on that shit, dude. What do you mean concrete proof? What the
if I
hell?
had a dash cam, that was over, dude.
You should be like, bring me the car, take me to the highway, I'll pick up a piece and I'll shove it in the part that's supposed to go to on that FRS.
I would have swapped out for a nice set of Pilot Sport 4S's.
Yeah, dude. And I was just telling Andrew, like fucking 40 minutes earlier, hey bro, PS4s are on sale at Costco.
So after I called CHP, I called America's Tires. I was like, hey, this just happened, or this happened yesterday. And then he ran my profile or whatever. He's like, oh, you actually have like an insurance to get your tire covered for free. I was like, this works out so nicely. Like, it's not It's not justice. I wanted to serve up justice.
So that's what I wanted to ask you. That policy that America's Tire has, which is insane. So what is it exactly?
So when you're buying a brand new set of tires, you can add a fee on top of it. And I think it was only $25.
And then does it cover lifetime of the tire or like what?
So it doesn't matter if you get a puncture or anything. If they can't repair your tire, they will swap out a brand new one for free. Like, no questions asked.
Yeah. Can we, like, give a shouts out to America's Tire? Because
seriously.
every time I've been there, full satisfaction all the time, dude. Their customer service is great.
and don't go to fucking Bob's Tire in Fremont, all right? I told Andrew about that shit, okay? Just don't go there. If you go to Fremont, don't go to fucking Bob's Tire. Go to America's Tire. Fucking Bob's Tire.
I remember what you said too. I was like, "Hey, don't scratch the barrel. I know you're gonna have to rebalance this." And he was like, "No, don't worry. We use a plastic knife. It's all good." I was like, all right,
"They do it the right way." So Jeffrey, let me fill you in on this, right? So when I got the tires swapped out of PS4s on the M3, it came with Contis, and swapped it out of PS4s after the Contis went to shit, and I cheaped out on who's going to install my tires. So I found fucking Bob's Tire in Fremont, right? Dropped it off there, got my tires, installed and everything. And then I came home and I was washing the car. And while I was cleaning the wheels, I noticed like scratches on the inside of my barrel of my wheel. I was like, what the hell? So I thought it was like some marks I tried to clean. I'm like, no, dude, these are scratches. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is like leftover glue residue? I'm like, bro, this is from the wheel weights that they took out when they rebalanced the car, or the tires. I was like, did they really just scratch my barrel of my wheels when they took the wheel weights out? So then me and my dad went back to the tire place, and we're like, yo, you scratched the barrel of the wheel of the car. They're like, oh no, that's how it's supposed to be. That's just what happens when you use a tool.
Okay.
Were we born yesterday? Like, we don't, this is not the first time we got our wheels balanced. Never has this ever happened before.
We like cars. Don't fucking lie.
Seriously. And then he's like, no, that's how it's supposed to happen. So a bunch of arguing back and forth. Finally, he said, okay, fine. If you take it to my guy that I know who like does wheel fixing in Fremont, if he says something, maybe we can work something out. Took it to that guy, showed it to that guy. That guy was like, yeah, I know, they definitely did something wrong. Like, they used like a screwdriver or some shit that they weren't supposed to use. So he called the Bob's Tire owner directly, called him directly and said, yeah, man, you fucked up, basically. And the guy's like, okay, so we'll pay half for fixing the wheel. The guy who was gonna fix the wheel, and he only would pay for that guy, the guy who was gonna fix the wheels was charging $2,000. So the guy was gonna pay $1,000 for that. My dad's like, what the hell is this shit? Like,
right? Yeah,
pay for the whole thing and buy me a new wheel. The guy didn't do it. The guy didn't say anything. The guy didn't do anything. And eventually me and my dad were like, well, let's just live with it, I guess. That's the only flaw in the car that nobody will really notice.
Oh, man, but justice was not served.
Yeah, I left a...
That shit kind of sucks.
I left a bad Yelp review, but yeah, justice was not properly served.
That's the worst part.
I know.
Well, top-notch consumer advice, don't go to Bob's Tire.
Yeah, I think it's called Bob's Tire. Let me just fucking double check. It's actually Bruce's Tire.
So yes, go to Bob's Tire. Bob is good.
Bob's fine. He's out in Chico, okay? That's the only Bob's Tire I found. Some Bob's Tire in Chico. Anyway, Bruce's Tire in Fremont off of Prune Street especially. I mean, don't go there if you care about your car. If you don't care about your car, go there. Who the fuck cares? But if you care about your car, I fucked up, okay? And I decided to cheap out on installing my tires. And now I don't do that. Now I actually give it to my dad's Ferrari guy.
I was going to say, if you don't have a guy, go to America's Tire, man. Dude, when they installed my new tire, they sent me pictures of all the existing dings and scratches. Like, hey, is this...
Dude,
like,
no, America's Tire is legit, dude. We had them install one set on my mom's old CX-9. Dude, the customer service and everything was fantastic.
Yeah. They're like, is this good? Like, are we okay to proceed? I was like, fuck yeah, let's fucking go.
Every time I get a puncture, I'm like, all right, time to go to America's Tire.
And it's free if you buy your tires from there.
Exactly.
It's fantastic. Shout out America's Tire. If you guys want to look for a sponsorship, email us. We will gladly talk good shit about you.
Little side story also. The other day, like, as you know, like, based on the Quarantine Chronicle videos, been trying to bring the car back to new and just get it detailed, clean as possible. Exterior looks great. Most of the scratches are out. The bumper's swapped out. I vacuumed the interior, wiped it all down. The only thing is... And Parth, this is no offense to you. It smells really bad inside because of the previous owner.
Hey, I agree with that because Indian people smell bad, dude.
Hold on,
It smells like sweaty dicks inside, man.
No, the way that freaking sentence was delivered. No offense to you, but it smells really bad.
Dude,
It's
Indian
just
people
smells really bad.
No. He's talking about Indian people, dude.
Yeah,
Indian
click
people
through.
need to... And this is a public service announcement to all you Indians out there, because I'm an Indian that doesn't smell bad. You know why? Because I use fucking deodorant. And it's literally that easy. Dude, I know Indians in my own personal life that I'm like, you fucking stink, dog. Like, how do you not smell that shit off yourself? Like, hello? You walk into a room and everyone's like, I can't breathe. People tell me when I walk into a room, you smell so nice. I'm like, yeah, bitch, I wear deodorant. That's why. Like, is it really that hard? You come out of the shower, you put one stick, boom, done.
It's so crazy, dude. Like, the thing is, when it's cold, it smells like it has a new car smell. And when the car sits out, when it sits out in the sun, dude, it smells like a middle school locker room in there. It smells like sweaty dick and balls, dude.
God damn.
But anyways, I came across a Facebook ad for this company. I'm going to shout these fuckers out. HT Auto Detailing. Fuck those guys. I scheduled them for Monday, May 11th at 11 o'clock in the morning, all right? So we scheduled this a week before. So I was like, all right, Monday, I've been waking up at like noon. So I was like, all right, I'm going to wake up at 10:30. Wake up at 10:30. I will look at my phone. There's a text message on there that says, hey, I'm outside at 9:45 in the morning. I was like, what the fuck? So I go outside. It's 10:30. I call him. I was like, hey, are you still here? And then it was just like a beret, like a freaking stampede of like, hey, you ditched me outside. Like, we waited outside for half an hour. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't give a fuck if you should have waited for an hour and 15 minutes.
Because the time was 11 o'clock.
There's a reason why you schedule times.
I was like, dude, are you like, okay, so that's fine. You're gone right now. Are you coming back? He's like, no, we'll never come back and like detail your car. Like, you ditched us outside. He was just like super rude about it. I was like, dude,
What the fuck?
fuck off. I told him to fuck off and hung up on him.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what the fuck just happened? Like, seriously, what is the point of setting an appointment? And then he is accusing me of ditching him. Like, dude, don't show up whenever you fucking want then.
Yeah, it's like I scheduled my dentist appointment for a May 27th. Dentist shows up at my house May 22nd. And it's like, hey, I'm never seeing your teeth anymore because you made me wait outside, dude. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Fuck those
I was
guys.
like, yeah, seriously, fuck those guys.
So
And
fuck
then
those guys. Fuck Bruce's tire. Let's keep the nuss going.
I sent him like a couple messages like, dude, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what is the point of setting up an appointment? I was like, fucking shame on you, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
I didn't say those words, but I said it nicely. He didn't answer, so I went to his Facebook page.
Yeah.
Commented on there, and then I like went back and like looked at it, like, because someone had reacted to my comment. I went back to check my notifications, and that notification was gone. I couldn't comment anymore. I couldn't message him on Facebook, so he blocked me, deleted my comment. Yeah.
You know what
I
that
sent him another
means?
message.
We're going to put him on blast as much as we can here on the Curbside Podcast.
Yeah.
Say the name one more time for just in case anyone didn't.
HT Auto Detail. I think the guy's name is James. Fuck that guy.
This one got me fucked up.
Fuck that guy, dude.
If you don't understand why Parth is dying, you got to go watch the video version of this podcast.
The alcohol might be doing something too. It's beer time, everybody. So he blocked you basically.
Yeah,
You should definitely get on Yelp. Yelp actually fucks people over.
I did that right before this podcast.
Nice. Okay, good. Yeah.
Can't delete that, bitch.
It's actually insane how much your Yelp reviews like matter for your business.
Yeah. And like just add on top of that too, there was like other reviews of like he does like full detailing and everything. Apparently he was detailing someone's car, like waxing it and everything.
Yeah.
Like he must have used a dirty pad. The person said it looked like they hit their car with like steel wool.
Oh shit.
Jeez.
You
Yeah.
go for a detail, you come out looking worse than it did before.
Yeah,
What the
and
fuck?
they never fixed it.
All right, let's say it one more time. What do we not use?
HT Auto Detail.
Don't use them.
Fuck those guys.
All right, with that being said, should we go to our break?
Yeah, that was a long one.
Fuck those guys. HDC. HD?
No,
Shit.
HT.
HT.
You said it so many times. Parth is like, huh?
Yeah, Parth doesn't listen. God
No, I don't.
All right, break time. As the past few weeks, I'm just going to mention that it is Mental Health Awareness Month, the month of May. So, if you or a loved one deal with that sort of stuff, please go get help. Professional help is always the best. And,
Get
mental
your head
health
right.
awareness. Yep. And, special announcement. We just hit 40 subscribers on YouTube.
Look at that. That's 40 more than we had 6 months ago.
0. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
And so, for us to get to the next milestone is 100. We're going to be doing a giveaway. So,
Yay.
Mr. Andrew Lin, would you like to tell us about said giveaway?
Yeah, so we're thinking about doing a giveaway of a $100 gas card when we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, as well as 100 followers on our Instagram. So when we hit 100 on both, we will be giving away a $100 gas card. To enter the giveaway, just subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave a comment on this video of your favorite dream car of all time. And also follow us on Instagram and send us a screenshot of you subscribed to our YouTube channel, if that makes sense. If you have any questions that might be kind of confusing, let us know and we'll help you out. But essentially just follow on Instagram at the Curbside Podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then send us a screenshot of you subscribed.
And leave a
Send
comment.
it as a DM or Facebook message or
Yeah.
even our email. That works fine.
Yeah.
And then we will enter you into the giveaway.
And this is for your benefit because, if you tell your friends and you get us up to 100 and you do this, then, hey, you get the chance to get a $100 gift card. We don't. We got to pay for that bitch. So this is in your benefit. So tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your dad, your uncle, your friend, your dog. Tell them to go subscribe. Tell them to follow us on Instagram. And hey, you could get $100 worth of gas, which these days that's a couple gallons.
That's a lot of gas.
That's
Yeah,
a couple
that's
gallons,
like
man.
30 gallons of gas.
Yeah, especially with these prices these days.
Yeah, so guys, you got to do that quick because once it goes back up, it's not many more gallons of gas.
Yeah,
The
30
sooner you
gallons of
do
gas.
it, the better.
Yeah, that's a couple cruises with your homies. So
Yeah, exactly. Email. Talk about, you can send us an email, guys, at thecurbsidepodcast@gmail.com. Whatever you want. If you want to sponsor us, shoot us an email. We will gladly probably take it at this point. And follow us on our socials, our Twitter, our Instagram, our Facebook. Everywhere is the Curbside Podcast except for Twitter, where it's at the Curbside Pod. And yeah, man, just reach out. We're three regular guys. We'll just looking for interaction. So tag us,
Hit us up.
send us stuff. We'll give you a shout out if you ask us a question. Anything you guys want us to talk about the show, we'll definitely do that.
Mm-hmm.
And
And then before we wrap up our break, this is kind of late, so sorry about that. I want to give a quick shout out to VQ Life on Instagram. My homie with the Evo, Mr. Evo X, he owns this page called VQ Life. He gave us a shout out a couple weeks ago on his page. Has like 30,000 followers on it, so that was huge. We didn't ask for it, but he did it just to help us out. So huge shout out to you, Anthony. Thanks for the plug.
Yeah, when I woke up to that message, that news that someone had mentioned us in the story, and opened it up and it said, "This is a highly underrated channel," I'm like, this is the nicest thing anyone has said to us.
I also woke up to the story, but by then Jeff had already shared what he had said. I was like, who the hell is this guy? And like, why is he calling us underrated? This is the best thing I've ever heard about our channel.
Yeah.
Like,
And I woke up last, so I was like, yeah, this is my Evo homie.
Yeah, dude, it made our days and
it really did.
pretty much a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really did. Shout out to you.
And with that being said, shall we go back to the show?
News time.
Now that we got you loose, oh, I can hear the birds waking early to saying that it's never too soon.
Bop, bop, bada, bop.
I knew it. I knew it. I had a feeling. I was gonna say before
too
he
quiet.
legit. No, I was gonna say he's gonna go bum bum bada bum, and I was like, shit, dude. I knew it, man. I knew it.
All right, let's see it.
Welcome to Craig by Ride, the part of the show where we go over cars that have been well modified to suit the Craigslist and Facebook marketplace.
All right, what is it?
So here it is. Oh,
Holy shit!
Can you guys describe to me what you're looking at?
A tank.
So this
Top Gear
is
reviewed something like this.
The keyword is something like this.
Yeah.
So this is on the Las Vegas Craigslist being sold by a company called JBA Motors. It's a 2016 Toyota 4Runner SR5 4x4 custom 4WD SUV, only 227 miles, which is crazy. Must see $35,900. Guys, does it look like a Toyota 4Runner?
No.
Yes. Clearly, it's a fucking 4Runner.
That looks like a 4Runner to you right away. So we put that shit in front of you. You're like, yeah, that's a 4Runner.
Yeah. Well, okay. My old manager drove a 4Runner, so I could see that shit.
Oh, okay. Because at first I was like, this is one of those like modified tanks that they drive in Dubai.
First of all, this first photo is kind of off-putting because the building and the piping of the building in the back makes it look like this has a smokestack.
Smokestack, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I thought it was a snorkel.
Yeah.
No, that's the gutter from the building.
Yeah.
They took inspiration from the building for the exterior paintwork of this car.
Mm-hmm. Let me read you guys the description. It says,
Highly
customized, one of a kind. Yeah, these usually are. Clean Carfax, highly optioned, only 227 low original miles. Here is a very unique, one of a kind, and highly customized 2016 Toyota 4Runner SR5 4x4 4WD SUV with only 227 low original miles. Never driven. Like someone
Wrong.
goes and modifies it like this and never drives it.
Okay, I was going to point out the 227 miles means that someone bought a 4Runner with this vision in his head already, built it, and I was like, this fucking sucks. And sold it to his dealership.
My problem is he's already said 227 miles 5 times by the time we've gone to the second sentence.
He really wants you to know it's 227 miles.
It may not be 227 then.
Probably is.
If somebody's
He's got a Carfax.
that's true too. But if somebody's emphasizing 227 that much, holy shit! It's like the guys
It's a
that
good
always say
selling point.
like, never driven in rain. Why do you have to say that? Does it matter if the rain has never seen it?
So question, is $35,900 a good price for a 4Runner?
Is this supposed to be armored?
I would buy a stock 4Runner for that much. Yes, they're fucking indestructible. But this looks very destructible.
Even though I think it's made to look like it's supposed to be more indestructible.
That's
Can
the
you
thing.
ima- How heavy is this thing?
It looks
Right?
armored, but it's probably not.
Good question. Is it armored? Doesn't say. It
I'm
just
glad
says
it
it's
custom.
custom.
With one valet key. That's fantastic.
Yep, there it is. So
And floor mats.
it reminds me of that one car they talked about on Top Gear with the whale penis leather.
Yeah.
It's a nice brown.
The jerry can is matching too. That's cool.
I wouldn't pay $35,900 for it.
Hell no. Nobody will ever know what they're getting themselves into with this thing.
Except you, apparently. You know that it's a 4Runner right away.
But like, there's nothing about the coachwork or who made it, how it was made. Like,
Yeah.
I bet the dealer doesn't fucking know either.
It just showed up on their doorstep one day.
Someone must have traded this thing in.
Someone bought it, had a vision, built it, and was like, nah.
This sucks. Yeah, this thing is priced lower than a stock 4Runner.
So that means he bought a new 4Runner, spent a lot of money on it,
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
and then just lost a ton of money.
Yep.
It is COVID times.
True.
Nah, this is way before.
Well, that was Craig by Ride for this week.
God damn.
That's trash.
These guys will never cease to impress me, actually.
And with that, let's go to the news.
I'll start off this week with. I always seem to come up with the most boring news. I don't know. I get all of my news from like Instagram, and then I like never remember to like flag them or anything, so that I have to like look stuff up, and it's just boring shit. Anyways, Kia.
Why are you even talking about this, dude? Why on earth is Andrew talking about Kia news?
Last time we talked about Kia, they were doing a good thing for the community and shit. That's why we allowed it. Do we really have to hear about this one?
It's not like good or bad. It's just like kind of random, and it's like for me, it's annoying because it's like Kia trying to rebrand, and like somehow they're going to be successful at it. I feel like. So Kia for the next model year, first of all, to start off, the Kia Optima is like one of their best-selling cars, right? Like it rivals like the Camry, the Accord, that kind of stuff. And for the next model year, they're not calling it the Optima anymore.
What are they calling it?
A K5.
Okay.
A K5.
Yeah.
They're changing
Kia
the
K5.
Optima name to a K5.
Yes.
These guys are going down the path of McLaren.
They're doing that whole
K5.
like letters and numbers stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
Optima name, not optimal. These guys can go fuck themselves with that title.
I think part of it is because I think it's like a rebranding. They're saying, first of all, it sounds too much like an Altima.
You know what they're trying to do? I bet you they're trying to move up market.
They're trying to
that's
become
exactly
like
what I'm
McLaren.
thinking,
Yeah.
No, I think they're doing what Hyundai did with Genesis.
Yeah, because all those like luxury companies use like stupid letters and numbers as their names. But the thing is, like, one of the best cars they make, and it's nowhere near a cheap car, has the greatest name out of their entire lineup, the Stinger.
Stinger.
That's
Right.
a proper
So
name.
I think they want to bring the Optima up to that level, give it a cool name, which I guess is
K5 is not a cool name.
They'll call it the K6 next year, trust me.
Yeah, that's happening.
Great.
Sweet.
Good. My life
next
is
bit.
so much more complete now.
My next bit, we've talked about this car a couple of times now, but there was a recent leak of information saying the 2022 GMC Hummer EV will have removable roof panels. So I thought that was kind of cool. I feel like, they want to cater this for outdoors people. EVs currently they're not necessarily outdoor vehicles. So until like the Rivian comes out, you won't really have anything in that market. So I think they're going to do that for bringing the EV into like the true off-roader.
Yeah, that's really
market.
cool. I really like the idea of an open top off-roader. I think it's
Like the Wranglers.
Yeah, exactly. Parth has some strong opinions on that for some reason.
He's just from Malibu, dude. And like you like acai bowls. We talked, I think this is episode 3.
Episode 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Those people also don't take their Jeeps anywhere.
You think
Yeah.
these guys in their Hummer EVs are gonna they're gonna drive around Malibu getting fucking acai
true.
bowls, dog?
That's true. That's true.
Maybe 1 or 2 people might,
Yeah.
One or
Someone's going to
two.
do a cool build with this, man. There's going to be a 6 SEMA build. Of a
Oh,
Hummer
yeah.
EV.
I would want one. That would be
I wouldn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. Hummer doesn't do it for me, but I like the idea. I'd like to see one.
Got delayed, though, because of this whole COVID stuff.
Well, one thing that didn't get delayed, and to kind of add on to what me and Jeff were discussing last week with McLaren, there's a new McLaren.
Great. What's
Cool.
the name this time?
It's the 765 LT.
That looks like a 720.
So it's supposed to be the lightweight, more horsepower version of the 720. Because you know how
So
that
why
the
couldn't
six,
they do like a 720 SR or ST or something?
Did they make the 650L, 650S into, whatever they call it, the 675 LT? So that's what
Okay.
they had to do over
Question.
here.
Okay.
Yes.
We're on this article by Top Speed titled 2019 McLaren 765 LT.
Yes.
And there was this little slider image thing
Yeah.
in there. Is that showing the difference between...
Yes. Yes.
I see zero difference.
No, a little bit. You got fender vents. The front bumper's a little different.
The 765 LT, Jeffrey, keep track if you are.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
is the lightweight, more horsepower version of the 720S. And as the names, this is the part of the article that I don't understand. As the name suggests, the V8 engine cranks out 765 PS, which converts to 755 horsepower, which is 45 more than the regular 720S.
So question.
Yes.
These cars are named by horsepower, right?
Yes. And
horsepower keeps going up,
yes,
as we see.
Yeah.
So eventually, won't the 570 become the 720?
What? My brain hurts now.
So if they
They'll have to
increase,
develop it to be not 720.
so if
Yeah,
they keep-
it'll be like the 730, Jeff, and then you have to keep track of that number. New McLaren, it's literally the 720S with more horsepower and a long tail, and it has 4 exhaust tips right here. That's kind of sick.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
You see that? That's kind of sick.
I
That
mean,
rear
McLaren
end-
makes cool cars. Okay,
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong, but it's just confusing.
Okay,
dude.
now you can see the difference in the back
there we
end.
go. Yeah.
So that's the 765 LT, not to be confused with the 675 LT, because the 765 LT comes from the 720S, whereas the 675 LT came from the 650S, which shouldn't be confused with the 570, whose special version is the 600 LT.
Cool.
That took a lot of brain power to say all that shit right
Not
there, dude.
entirely sure.
I almost want to talk about Kia some more.
Oh, and Nardo Orange and Smoked White is some of the bespoke colors for this car that you cannot order on any other McLaren.
Really?
That
Yes.
orange is a great color, though.
Yeah.
The orange is a good. Is it different though?
This is the 720S orange. This is the
What?
What is this? 765. They turned up the clarity a little bit.
Yeah,
this looks
man.
like
I
different
just
lighting.
right. I take a picture of my 765 LT, turned down the lighting a bit, and I've got my 720 paint color.
Yeah, that's yeah. They make fantastic cars, but they really need to figure their shit out in terms of naming them.
Well, I've got some news that I'm kind of afraid to say because I'm excited about it, but feel like might get roasted for it because you guys don't like this car.
You're gonna say it anyway, aren't you?
I'm going to say it anyway.
All right. Well,
Acura is announcing their next generation TLX.
Fuck Acura. No, I'm just kidding. This is pretty cool.
On May 28th, as a digital debut, they released basically a teaser video and a teaser image. So let me see if I could play this video with the sound for you guys.
oh shit.
We saw
So-
this concept at LA Auto Show.
Yeah, and it looks like, based on the teaser image, it looks pretty close.
Like
So-
an M3.
Kind of.
Here, I love this. So BMW goes and puts Lexus rear end on their new 3 Series, and then Acura goes and puts an M3 rear end on their TLX. I love it. That's fantastic. Go buy an Acura.
It's all face swapping.
Yeah. Don't buy an M3.
So, if we look at the teaser image here, we see Type S. That's a name that's been gone from the US a long time.
Yeah.
We also see SHAWD. And I think in this press release, they say that it will be powered by a 3-liter V6 turbo,
It's an M3.
basically.
Crazy.
It's an M3 that looks like an M3 instead of an M3 that looks like a Lexus.
So,
It's an M3 X Drive.
So if
yeah, exactly.
if in 2021 you were looking to buy an M3, buy an Acura TLX.
Yeah, I am much excited for this.
Yeah.
That looks
Will
nice.
likely be more unique than an M3 owner, too.
The rear end of those taillights though are like straight out of my car though.
Yeah, yeah, no, like the quad exhaust, the kind of the haunches.
The taillight, especially that design.
Yeah, these little vents down here, that's M3 design.
But
numbers,
Acura's
dude.
smart. BMW ditched this design and then, they went over to Lexus's parts department and were like, hey, can we get your taillights out of your ISs? And then Acura was like, well, we'll take your old BMW M3 taillights. So
It's like,
props to Acura.
anyone using this? Anyone using this?
We'll take it.
Yeah. People in the market, go buy a Z06. So Hertz is supposedly going bankrupt
Oh man, yeah,
because of COVID-19. Nobody's renting cars, whatever, right?
yeah.
So Hertz is going bankrupt, and because of that, the market is getting flooded with a bunch of C7 Corvette Z06s, which can go for as much as low as less than $60,000.
Jeez.
It's insane.
Makes you wish the C8 came out earlier.
So here's the interesting part. So they're offloading all this stuff. Fantastic price, Z06, Ferrari level performance for like.
They have Z06s?
Yeah, so this is the thing. So Chevy and Hertz actually teamed up at one point to offer the Z06 as a supercar, expensive car, kind of, fun car option, right? Apparently, the specific Z06s that were given to Hertz for the rental fleet came without a Z06 front splitter.
Huh.
Wonder why.
And that's what the article says. They said, for some weird reason, it's a fucking rental car. Would you really want to put a Z06 front end on it?
People will be watching this over speed bumps.
Yeah, they'll die. The car will break in half. They'll be replacing lips like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you're comfortable having a previously rented rental car and a Z06 without a front lip, which you can just go to the Chevy dealership, probably buy one, whatever, right? You can get these for as low as $58,000 right now.
Dang.
Look
Would
at
you
this.
guys buy a rental car, though?
I would look at the mileage.
For the price, and if the mileage is right, like you said, who cares?
Yeah, probably get an inspection. But it's just that people are not nice to rental cars.
Yeah.
Because,
I've
like,
never
even
been
if it
nice to
has
single rental car.
yeah, even if it has 1,000 miles on it, 1,000 of those miles might be like,
Yeah.
23,000 miles, $58,000 on this 3LZ Z06. Bruh, even if they were rough to it, that's a fantastic deal because right now Z06s go for like around 100K,
yeah.
Damn.
90K. Like,
Jeez.
this is a fantastic deal. You could probably like fix it up a little bit, whatever somebody did. But as far as deals go, these are the deals to get. Get yourself a used Hertz Z06 without a front lip.
It would be cool if they did like a registry of all the Hertz Z06s.
Yeah.
They do like Hertz meets.
Are they all yellow?
Yeah,
they're all yellow, too. They're like a-
yellow and black.
Oh, that's
Hertz color or Hertz livery on it.
Yeah. Because it teamed up with
Dude,
Chevy.
you should
for
have
it.
a racing event with all Hertz Corvettes.
Hertz series.
That would be great.
It's so
Hertz.
funny to look at a Z06 with the front end that looks like a stock C7.
Yeah, I'm like, isn't that a stock C7?
No, it's a Z06.
24 hours of Hertz.
Yeah.
I like Hertz just because of what they did during the whole COVID situation. They were going bankrupt. They knew they were going bankrupt.
Yeah.
But in New York, they were still offering at that time free car rentals to healthcare workers.
Well, hopefully they come back somehow, some way.
Do you guys remember that weird-looking GTR we talked about back then? The
The
ITEL
$1 million
design.
one.
Yeah, the ITEL design.
Yeah. So that car has finally made it to basically production. There's a production
And it
version
looks
out right now.
epic.
Yeah, it looks pretty much the same as the concept did, right?
Yeah.
at
That's pretty awesome. I don't like the rear.
Is it still $1 million?
That's the thing. It's still $1 million. There's going to be
Perfect.
50 examples made, and I don't think it would be any different. It's got 711 horsepower.
Still for 13-year-old GTR.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the one thing about the GTR that was always cool was the price.
Yeah, $1 million
Yeah,
for this
not
stuff.
anymore.
It missed me with that.
Yeah,
You get a 150 horsepower bump.
yeah. Nah.
No thanks. For 10 times the cost.
Looks sick, but nah.
To kind of like branch off of this topic, I feel like the R36 should go back to like R32, R33, R34 design language.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should get rid of the R35. This is old as fuck. Get
Yeah.
rid of it. Bring it back to what the R34 was.
Can they call it the Skyline again?
The Skyline is technically like G37s now.
Yeah, it's lame, dude. Bring it back to the roots, dude.
Speaking of Roots, real quick, you guys play GTA?
I have.
Yes. What does that have to do with roots?
I played GTA my whole life.
Oh, okay.
I've been playing GTA for long ass time, man. I mean, like that's Roots right there. Like, you know, you can play that for a minute.
yeah.
So GTA 5 been out for like fucking while now, like the GTR.
Yeah.
Rumors for new GTA 6. Apparently, They have some story mode and like location rumors. They're saying it could be back in a Miami setting, so like a throwback to Vice City,
Okay.
or London. That is
London.
one option. Yeah, London.
I would like to see the London one.
ting.
So a London-based GTA. That's very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Or they're saying it could be like a huge thing where you can go back and forth between Vice City, Liberty City, and
Global.
Yeah. So you could go.
London would be hilarious.
That
If,
would
like,
be hilarious. Like I don't know.
like you start a fight and then they're like, "You fucking what?" All right, blow that fucker up with an explosive punch.
I would love to see a GTA in like set in like the 1960s or something.
That would be crazy too.
That would be interesting.
Or an Asia GTA.
Oh.
God damn, that'd be crazy. So
I'm really curious how to get like between those cities. Do you get on a plane? Do you go to the airport, wait in line?
You probably just teleport like you did in GTA 5, where you just choose a character and you kind of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping you could fly the Boeing 747 there.
Yeah, no.
Long flight. Just sit there for 12 hours.
Real time.
You know, COVID has
Wake up, you're
killed.
still flying.
You know, COVID has killed the 747.
Has it really?
The passenger ones, yeah, most of them. Qantas, British Airways, a bunch of them are already just grounding them. Some have already been sent to fucking scrap.
Oh man.
Damn.
How much can I get one for scrap?
That's a good idea. We'll call it the Curbside Podcast 747.
Yeah.
The Runway Podcast.
All aboard the Curbside one. Well, with that sad news, that's going to be our show today. Thank you again for listening. As always, you can find us at thecurbsidepodcast.com, where you can find links to our Libsyn page, which has links to Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, all that sort of jazz. We also have a YouTube channel that we have been posting on. Remember, comment on this video at the YouTube channel if you want to be entered for that $100.
And yep, just to reiterate again, the giveaway, make sure you subscribe to our channel, leave a comment on this video here, your favorite dream car of all time, follow us on Instagram, and send a screenshot of you subscribe to our channel to be entered. You can find us on Instagram at the Curbside Podcast, Facebook, and on Twitter at Curbside Pod. And yep.
And thank you to Kid Dope for the intro and outro to our show, Fast Cars and Wild Hearts.
And as always, my name is Jeff.
I'm Parth.
I'm Andrew.
Remember, drive safe, and life is too short to drive boring cars.
Enter
Drive
in the
fun
giveaway.
ones.